What's going on, my good people? It's your boy Jay Fry. Today we're outside in my small backyard garden where we're going to be installing the V-Vor hose reel. So hang out with your boy for a minute and check it out. Alright, so for me in my small backyard garden, I don't have a self-watering system because I do enjoy coming out here and hand watering everything myself. You know, I don't mind being outside, but the only problem is when I'm done watering, I'm either gonna leave my water hose laying around or I'm gonna have to reel it up myself. So let's see if this V-Vor hose reel is gonna help the process. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it and we're gonna get this thing installed and check it out. Alright, so I got my V-Vor hose reel, and what V-Vor is supposed to be known for is good quality tools for half the price. And for what I'm going to be using it for, I don't need a high dollar hose reel. I just need a hose reel that works. We're going to go ahead and take everything out the box, see what it comes with, and go ahead and get it set up. So continue to hang out with your boy and check it out. It comes packaged pretty nice. First thing I can grab out of there is the nozzle. So it's a pretty nice size nozzle, and it has every other setting that any other nozzle would have. The jet, mist, flood, flat, and so forth. So we're gonna see how that works here in a minute. Alright, so in the bottom of the box it comes with our instruction manual. I'll make sure to take a brief look at that to make sure I'm going to get everything right. Then it also comes with some screws and some anchors. So I went and bought a couple of them, but I'm going to go ahead and try to use these. It also has a washer that I think is going to be for that. So that's cool. And this is the bracket, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to mount this. This is a plastic bracket. I'm assuming it's pretty durable. It should be pretty durable. We'll go ahead and get it out of this plastic. Let's see what we're working with. I'm not sure what's happening. Alright, so this end right here, this is going to be the end that actually goes to your spigot at your house or whatever. So that's probably about 6 feet, which is decent. And then this is gonna be your water nozzle. So that's nice out of the box. You know what I'm saying? I'm lifting it with one hand, so it's not too heavy, and I think it's gonna mount on just right with what I have set up. And I'm actually liking the way this looks. So let me go ahead and move the camera. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna set it up. All right, so I got everything out of the box, and I got my location where I'm gonna set it up. It's right down line from the spigot right here. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. I already got started before I started recording, but I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. So the only thing I did was, I don't want to mount it to the house because I might not be satisfied where I'm putting it at, and I don't want to dig a hole and put concrete in it because I still might want to move it again. So what I did, I just took a stake, which is it's a fence post stake for 4x4, and I found my spot where I wanted to put it, make sure I don't have no sprinkler lines, and then I just took a sledgehammer and banged it in there. And these 4x4s, this is a pressure treated 4x4 I got from the department store. Had them to cut it for me. I think it cost me like, this cost me like 10 bucks for a 4x4x8, and then that was like 16 bucks. So I got that in, then I'm just gonna mount it in. So I got it right there, and I went ahead and bought a screw for this. This is just a galvanized screw that I put in place. So I got that in there. It's pretty tight. It's gonna be good enough for what we're trying to do. And so as far as the bracket, I'm gonna go ahead and install. So let me go ahead and get this thing installed, and we'll check out the end result. So these are not the screws that actually came with it. These are actually wood screws. It's got a 6-foot hose. I think that's 6 foot. I never read to see how long this hose was, but it's long enough. And it actually comes with a nice little old gasket. We have our hose reel installed. If you're still here with me, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, share this video, and help your boy grow. You know I appreciate it. Also, if you're interested in this hose reel or any other Vevor product, I'll leave a link in the description that'll take you right to it, alongside a coupon code that should help lower the price. So go ahead and check that out. Let's go ahead and put this hose reel to work and see if it's gonna make my watering days a little bit easier. All right, so it's recommended to use this little knob or whatever you want to call it when you're pulling out the hose reel. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out to my furthest point and see if I can water some, and then we'll retract it and see how well it retracts. All right, so we have this hose reached out to the furthest point in my small backyard garden. Not to mention that this hose reel is 85 feet, so it's well more than enough than what I need. I also want to mention that, the diameter of this hose is a whole lot smaller than the average hose that I use already, so the water pressure is going to be a little bit different. This nozzle here, it has 9 selections like the other, so let's see how they work in comparison to what I've already been using. All right, so for me, generally I use the shower, the mist, and the jet. And I can tell right now that it's a whole lot different than what I've been using. Like I said, it's probably because the diameter of the hose is a whole lot smaller, which is okay for me because I don't need that much pressure when I'm watering my plants anyway. The main reason for me having a retractable water hose is because when I'm actually done watering everything, I'm either gonna leave the hose on the ground or I have to spend the time reeling it back up and setting it on the side of the house. So let's see how well this hose reel retracts and if it's gonna make my cleanup a whole lot easier at the end of the day. I'm just gonna come in closer to see if I can pull it to 2 to 4 inches from here to unlock the hose reel and see if we can get it to pull the hose in from here. Okay, so we got our Vevor hose reel installed. That process was pretty simple. I was able to extract it and get it to retract from a distance versus having to come to the hose reel and get that done. That may take a little bit of finessing and getting used to, but overall I'm happy with it. I think it's gonna make my hand watering process a whole lot easier. So that's pretty much it. I appreciate you hanging out with your boy. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. I'll holler at you.